Hello everyone, welcome back to Planetbase. I decided to build a little airlock here to make accessing the mines a bit easier. And while I was out, there was actually someone struck by a meteor and died out here. It was terrible. And I couldn't stop laughing for a couple minutes straight. I'm sorry. But anyway, the food is recovering, thankfully. We're doing fine on oxygen, we've got enough water now. I've actually started thinking about adding a big water tank in a couple places. Like, we have this entire open area over here. We might want to make use of someday and expand our base in that area. But for now we're gonna place down a medium water tank. It's the largest we can get, sadly. Let's see, is there anything else we might be able to place here? We've got enough water extractors for now. We've got enough power to last us a good long time. I think we might add in a second one. There. And I suppose while we're at it, we could also add a telescope, except we're going to build that a little closer to home. Come to think of it, we might as well build another water tank over here. Somewhere. Or we could start building a radio antenna. Which is also a thing that we can do. And take a look at how that works. Nothing is cooperating at the moment. God, come on. It worked earlier. I swear. I promise. But now it's on. No, you. See, there we go. Finally. God. Took long enough. Yeah, I figured we could maybe add in a radio antenna over there and we can maybe try and man it. We've got a medium control center over here, which has plenty of space for other things. I've upped the priority in here so we can try and have the telescope console be manned as well. I mean, not that we necessarily need someone else to go man a telescope, but it might be useful in the long run. We could maybe add in a small control center over here so we can have a couple of radio antenna posts. We've got most of the metal processor working, that's good. I've also decided that we're gonna add a third bot workshop over there. Since we are starting to somewhat run out of robots. And having more robots is cool. And of course very useful because it allows our people to do their jobs instead of go around building and dragging stuff. Got a trader landing with some medical one. We're gonna dismiss you. We're gonna allow visitors again because we've survived our food crisis. For now. And once it starts filling back up, we'll be fine. We've got our medium water tanks up, so we've got a total of 1800 water storage. No, 1600. Yeah, I'm just not calculating properly today, that's all. We've got our third robot bench. We're gonna add constructor robots. We might even add a fourth bench at some point, once we get some more semiconductors up and going. Come to think of it, we're gonna up the limit to 15. And then why the hell not? We're gonna add another repair facility, and then we're gonna add another bench. And we'll just have one dedicated to construction robots, I suppose, and then 3 to carrier robots, which you can switch around temporarily to driller robots if need be. There we go, we've got some visitors arriving. Nobody's checking the security consoles for once. God. We're definitely gonna need a few more guards soon. Yeah, we're understaffed on guards. I'm gonna allow a few more colonists in just because the food is rising once again. We're gonna see if we can maybe clear out a little bit more of this area. Just because it feels good. There we go, that's about it. We're gonna try and fit it in as close as possible because it looks pretty, in my opinion. Not that there's much rearranging of the mountain to be done anymore, but it's always nice to try. And I finally won't have to keep rearranging this area every time I start a new recording session, which will be lovely. We've got another trader landing. Let's see what he's got. We've got a lot of metal at this point, like we're probably set for life. He's got a 6% commission. No thank you. We can build cheaper. You know, we could also add a second monolith. It doesn't really serve a purpose, but we can. Oh! This is bad. Thankfully we've got 4 guards, because those are space invaders. Yep, there we go. One has been pewed to death. Second one is terminated. There we go. Thank you for your service, guards. And immediately, of course, ship runs off. We should repurpose one of these lasers to shoot down invader ships so they appear less often. They're just jealous. Oh, you were pretty injured, all things considered. But that's why we have the sick bay so close. And we didn't have any fatalities, thankfully. Good, we've now got all our benches up and running, so we're gonna have a lot more robots running around the place soon. And we'll have plenty of place to repair them all. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna place one of you. Which we might add a second one. There we go, we've got an engineer to replace the guy who has been struck by a meteorite earlier. I can't say that with a straight face. We're gonna build another monolith to show off. And then we're gonna keep expanding our colony, basically. I'm starting to think that we might end up repurposing all this outside area and just build another base here. Or at least another part of the base. Some more visitors, it all checks out. We've got a radio antenna up, that's good. We're gonna add one radio console over here, which, as you might note, looks different than the telescope console. There we go. We should have someone manning that now, at least from now on. Our storage is starting to fill up slowly, which is good. Got another colonist ship. 2 workers, that's fine. I mean, I probably would have preferred a guard, to be honest, but... Hey, beggars can't be choosers. Let's take a look. We've got 6%. Oh, come on. We can use a couple more guards, right? Please? We're way overdue a couple of guards. Okay, radio antenna is now working. That's good. We're gonna add a second one, because we might as well. We're gonna add a security center over here, just a small one. Guess I like the thought of having one there. Just to man consoles and all that. Which might mean that we include more guards in this area at a later date. We'll probably end up moving the radar console soon enough. And I'm starting to think we might include a storage in this area. And another another biodome to produce more food. Because you can never have enough food, especially when we're trying to expand our colony and get 300 colonists or something like that before moving on to a second planet. Just keep an eye on how things are going over here while we look for the... Realize we're looking at the wrong tab. We get another engineer, another biologist. Well, that's fair, I suppose. We need those as well. We're gonna flatten the area a bit more, of course. That's just how we build nowadays. We're probably gonna move this panel in a bit. Bar doesn't have an oxygen. Doesn't have any oxygen. Why is that? Why are you not working properly? Would it help if we built a connection there that we were thinking about doing? It probably will. Anyway, we're gonna get radar console. Radar console. We'll do 2 for now. Yellow alert. Take a look, we've still got 7 driller bots, 9 carrier robots now, 3 construction robots. That's good. There we go, put on no alert. We've got 30 spares, so that's doing just fine. We are sort of running out of room on this end. I'm starting to think about what we might want to add in here. Because we've definitely got a lot of sleeping quarters covered here. We've got a large canteen here, which will probably be able to serve plenty of people. Especially if we include another meal maker. We have lost 2 people, unfortunately. One of them was a worker, I believe. We still got 5 armed guards. It's a tragedy, sure, but we can live without 1 more worker. I mean, we've got 20 of them, while we've only got 5 armed guards. Just making sure that this connection gets built soon enough. Food's still doing good. Got more ships incoming over here. Another colonist ship. And we get a couple more workers. I wish we'd finally get a guard, but sadly they are on the bottom of the list and they are less of a priority, I'm afraid. Although it is getting a bit silly, to be honest. Let's see, we could get another biodome over here, although it would be a bit far off from the storage. Trading ship has landed, freelance industrial trader. Ooh, second monolith is done as well. You have a Goliath turbine patent. We're gonna buy that. We're gonna give you, let's say, a lot of those. All of our spare ore. A lot of medical supplies. All of our money. Well, not all of it. There we go. I want that bigger panel so we can have fewer of them. Incoming transmission. We have a small group of injured miners asking for help. They need medical help. They've got traumatic injuries from the look of things and they pay 25 per visitor. So yes, we will grant you permission to land. And we have our visitors landing right now. A small group? That's 8 bloody people. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, they are gonna be filling up our medical bay now. God, we better build a another bed. I mean, their health is not decreasing or anything, so that's good. They should be heading straight back on their ship afterwards. Yep, we finally got a guard, thank God. Power storage is low. Oh dear. Right. We're gonna do the easy thing. We're gonna build 1. And a 2. And a 3. And while we're at it, build one of you. And we're gonna build a bigger turbine after we flatten up the area a bit more. Keep the speed low for now. We're gonna try and micro slightly. There we go, cheat some more space. Not really cheating, but still, you know what I mean. You know, I'm actually kind of reluctant now. I mean, we could use that for like something. We took no, we can't tuck a telescope in there. We probably can't tuck a radar in there either. Radio, I mean. Oh well. Let's just go back to the original plan and build a large turbine. There. The injured miners have paid 200 coins for their services, so basically we have... Wow, it's like an ant colony. That's pretty cool. Anyway, as I was saying, we've pretty much sold off 8 of our medical supplies. And in return we've got 200 and no tariffs, so that's actually pretty good. And we get to feel good about helping a person in need, of course. Wow, just look at our workers and our people bringing in all the stuff. Pretty much everyone is helping now. Meanwhile, we get some more fortunate helpers. It's another engineer. We're gonna turn off colonists now. We've got 78 people. We're gonna need to make sure that we have enough food stocked up for them. And we're gonna start storing a large surplus of food before we expand with more colonists, as we will no doubt have to expand our biodome network soon. And ooh, I'm still thinking about whether I should put a large storage here and then start expanding the other things over here. We're gonna recycle you and you for the future. There we go, we're building a ton of structures now. More power storage, hooray. That's gonna fill up quite nicely. Although we might have power issues this night. That's gonna be fine. Got another trader, we don't really need anything. He's got a fair commission, I suppose, so we could buy a constructor bot, but we're fine. And we might not have as many bots as we used to before, but we'll get there eventually. You're gonna be a big help in trying to get back some power during the night. I've only got one other wind turbine now that we've removed the small one over there. I'm gonna probably try and get the massive biodome patent if possible. You know, I'm kind of curious now. If you place down a large storage somewhere over there, maybe try and get rid of it. That's not gonna fit. If we were to do this, could we then have a connection leading to the other side? Unfortunately not. So it doesn't look like we'll be able to reach this area over here unless we go all the way around. Which I don't really feel like. There we go, we've got everything connected now. That new massive panel should help. Though it never hurts to add in a second one. I mean, we've still got enough materials. We've got a lot of bioplastic now as well, finally. So we can do some more stuff on the inside of our base as well. Instead of just outside. Let's go back to the control center that we were taking a look at earlier. We've got our radio consoles being manned as we speak. That's good. We've got a 75% chance of intercepting transmissions. I'm gonna build a large telescope. I'm gonna try and tuck it in over here. And we maybe have a telescope console in the corner. Yes, we can. Beautiful. Power storage is low. Although it should be starting to get day. Panels will start turning any second and we'll have this one up fairly soon. It is quite of a walk, but most of our things are from robots. A sizable group of irradiated nuclear workers are asking for help. They will need medical treatment, and they will pay 20. I'm sorry, we're full at the moment. Still doing good, we've got 317 prestige at the moment. Solar panels nearly being built. We've got 520 power coming in at the moment, so we're fine. Gonna connect this up over there to make sure that everything keeps going fluidly. And we no longer have to rely on this connection over here. We've got another trader. You've got semiconductors, 45%. We don't really need anything from traders at this point, so we're gonna turn off traders for a while. Got a couple more visitors. Everything seems to be fine. We can actually scrap you. That way we'll have more security personnel over here compared to regular people who might get injured accidentally. Look at the food, we might be dipping slowly. Actually, you know what, I'm gonna turn traders back on and we're gonna hope that we find a trader that sells a large biodome or a large storage patent. Possibly both, who knows. Anyway, that has been it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you do. We lost another driller bot, but we still have 6. Leave a comment down below if you have anything to say, and hopefully I will catch you all next time. Have a good one, folks.